Yeah, it's the 28th, or is it the 29th? The 28th or the 29th of September. Y'all know I do, you know. Um, and this is a special post to all of my black people. You know, we are absolutely being used, totally used at this point, and abused and dismissed. All of the harm that has been done to our people, to our communities, all of the benefits the hard work that our people have brought to this country when they were dragged here as slaves in chains. And I'm saying to my black people, um, you may not like me, care about me, know about me. You know, some of y'all don't like me at all. But I know y'all like and love y'all kids just as much as I like and love mine. And I want y'all to realize that I see the big picture of what is being perpetrated on our people right now. More of the same abuse and manipulation that has been, and dismissiveness and brainwashing and trainwashing and semantics that has been used on us, and gaslighting for decades. But this particular black bitch right here, my strength is linguistics. And I can perform a linguistic forensic analysis on anybody's speech pattern, grammar and word usage and phrasing and phraseology. You know, particular words that they choose to use to express themselves. You know, the subtext, you know, the overt meaning, you know, and the undercover, what's said and what's not said. And I'm telling you, my black people, you should be looking very carefully and closely at all of these foreigners around us, because I'm telling you, the majority of them are not here for the DACA dreamer bullshit that they're talking about. Do you notice, my people, because I study and pay attention to behavior patterns, they all come and tell these horror stories to get across the border. Look at this doggone documentary that I just finished looking at. I looked at the majority of it. Child victims of Central American cartels. See that? Child victims of Central American cartels fleeing to the U.S. border. That's how this documentary was presented. They're child victims of the terrible cartels, and they're fleeing to the U.S. border for safety. And it's bullshit. Because I'm paying close attention to everything that was said in that documentary. And if you do too, you'll be just as pissed off as me, my black people. And be happy to spread the word to everybody to show up to the Reparations rally on 125 and 7th Avenue. And I'd love to see them tell us we can't. When there in this very video, you see illegals going around, clogging up, walking in our streets, blasting music, horns, undocumented and unafraid. And we're going to be legal, and it's going to be done. And we know it is, and we deserve this. I want to see them tell us that we cannot peacefully rally while illegal, basically, my people, we are being set up to fail again. Our communities are being sabotaged again. And this time, it's the white man working with the foreigners, and the foreigners are working hand in hand with them. And if you pay close attention to the documentary like I did, you see that they all say the same thing. They're coming for work. They start off with, I'm in terrible, terrible danger. Like the boy said. He was in terrible danger, I believe it was in Nicaragua or Guatemala, from the gangs. You know? The gangs, they love killing. That's what he said. They love to kill. Now, if I said that, they'll say I'm racist. Or Trump said that, racist. But he said it, and they swallowed it with a spoon. Oh, no pushback at all. Nobody said it was racist. Nobody said anything, asked any questions about it. You know, and how he's coming to America to get a job. That's what he said. He was in terrible danger. His life was threatened by the gangs. He had to leave. Left his mother and little brother behind. And all he wants is to get to America and get a good job so he can make some money, save some money, and go back to Guatemala to a nice, peaceful life. A nice, peaceful life. That's what he said. Huh? Make some money and go back to the place where you said your life was in danger from gangs. You want to make money and go back there with money where you said your life was in danger for a peaceful life. That's what you said? That's what he said. If you pay attention, my people. Huh? And so now they are out there actually going to the courts. That's what I say. We need to go to court. Illegals are going to court to try and force for status and break every law in the book to get here. That's why they don't want to learn English. Because, see, they don't want to be having conversations with us because we'll know they're criminals. And I know a lot of them are. Even the ones who come here and decide not to commit crimes once they get here, they commit many crimes to get here. Look at the video and see how many crimes you can count that they commit to get here. Working together with the drug cartels. Drug cartels members getting out of jail here in the USA, going right back across the border that's not open. They say no, to bring more people across the border because apparently smugglers, they get $1,000 a head. That's why our communities are being flooded. And so if y'all don't want to look around all of a sudden and find that we are being marginalized out of our own communities because they're never going to stop coming. You know that. They never do. They never do. And so then all of the businesses, they will be taking them up. They'll be hiring their own. And your children and my children will not be getting hired. Your children, my children, black people will be told, just work hard. And if you work hard and work hard, eventually, you'll get ahead. You're lazy. While they have bending over backwards, handing out free everything to foreign citizens and telling us we are responsible to help pay for this. But no, there's no money for reparations. That was the bullshit they said 30 years ago. There was no money for reparations. Well, they spent 30 years. I remember them saying that when I was a fucking little kid, like 10, 12 years old. While they spent 30 years giving out money to countries all over the world, and they're paying for migrants now and illegals, and all they do is change the name. They were illegal immigrants. Then they changed it to no person is illegal. We're human. We're the human race. And then it was they're migrants. And then it was now what? What? Oh, I'm sorry. Now they're unaccompanied minors. And my black people, show up to this reparations rally on 125. You remember what they call all black kids when they commit crimes and shit like the Central Park 5 and stuff? Remember? Super predators. Our kids are super predators no matter what age they are. They're not unaccompanied minors. They're super predators. That's how they talk about us. And they invite people from countries all over the world that disrespect us. They invite many, many people from these Latin countries that make and manufacture and transport these drugs that they flood our communities with. Not the white communities, but the white folks and them fuckers in the foreign communities where they making it and bringing it. And all their people who working it all getting paid off of fucking getting all our kids and our people hooked on drugs and doing things to hold us back. Keeping us bound with drugs, alcohol, practices where they hire their own. It's so total segregation. We don't even get hired in our own communities no more. Huh? Women get disrespected, looked at like prostitutes, a piece of meat. They're talking about the woman talking about how she paid. That's how their kids get left in the fucking desert and all of that with the smugglers. They pay. They pay them to sneak their kids and give their kids to drug smugglers, gangbangers, and drug dealers and violent criminals who are willing to kill each other for the money they make. But, they make more money with the drugs, and they call the people chickens. They own people. They call them chickens. We make more money with the drugs than the chickens. So, and they do anything to them. They don't care. They treat them like nothing more than a fucking, a commodity, something to make money off of. And they treat us like consumers and customers, something to make money off of. Any way possible. And flood our communities so bad that our people are getting nothing out of our communities these days and being forced to just stay silent. And because we've been at the bottom so long, go along with it, while a whole nother generation of endless foreigners come across that border they claim is not open, with a big business of bringing the foreigners across the border and snatching their girls and killing and raping. The woman said her daughter disappeared, never arrived, and they don't know where she is, and that she's probably been taken into a sex trade or something like that because she was 14. This is the type of people they bring in here that will hand their children over. My black people, would you hand your child over on a fucking border to anybody? Fuck no. Because we ain't that desperate for no fucking citizenship. We earned this shit. Our people work hard and they take all of our fucking inventions, all of our accomplishments, and dismiss them, claim them as their own, and then here come foreigners doing the same thing while they flood our communities with drugs. You know what we need to do? Come together for this reparations rally and see that, they said they didn't have money 30 years ago, but they spent it all on foreigners, Ukraine, and all this shit, and gave Maui citizens $700. What you think they're going to give us? We'll never get reparations if we don't come together. We need to come together immediately. You know why? Fuck the Democrats, fuck the Republicans, black people, we need to come together for the Black People's Political Party. Peaceful, the Black People's Peaceful Party. you know? And they're going to want to kill me for this, you know? Just like they killed Malcolm X anytime you try to get the black people to come together, do anything except to go and buy shit in their businesses. That's all they want us to do. Stay at the bottom, know our place, never, you know, when we wanted full pay and reparations and stuff, all of a sudden that's when they want to sidebar to the foreigners. So know that every one of them foreigners you got around you, yo, they are here for nothing more than to replace us and to flood our country and make demands in the courts and shit. That's the demands we need to be making. Now! Reparations now! Pay us what you owe us. We've been used and abused for generation after generation. That's why now's the time for reparations. Y'all black people not gonna get behind me on this, or y'all gonna let me stand out here in the wind and have to shut my big mouth because they'll just silence me if I'm one person. Look for the flyers, my black people. They talking about they're going to court to demand this. Demand that we keep paying for this. They're trying to demand the white folks and us, we keep paying for this because they deserve it. Oh, and they're owed it. From who? How do we owe them these foreign citizens anything? This is deliberate. A deliberate plan to import some more servants and worker bees to stay at the bottom because they can pay them half price for what they have to pay us. You know, get two of them for the price of one. And they're coming and flooding our communities with them, bringing the crime that they're running from. And then when they get here, they whitewash everything. And nobody's a criminal. And you don't know what you're talking about. But it's so nasty to black people and so disrespectful and all that they done violated me again and again right along my own black people. Well, black people, guess what? We got 1 year to put the pressure on. Look for the flyers. Look and see if you see foreigners ripping them down. They don't want us to get shit. They gotten hundreds of millions and have the nerve to say we don't need reparations and they want to take away affirmative action and all of this. People who were never slaves, their ancestors were never slaves. They never were brought over here in chains. They came over here to have a legitimate opportunity. They were never denied the right to read. Learning to read, you could get killed or pay to death. These are or were never segregated. But we're being segregated now, my black people. Yeah, it's time for us to take it all to court. And let's see who want to show up and disrupt us. It's time for us to say, fuck the Democrats, fuck the Republicans. It's time for the black people's moderate, peaceful party. But y'all better safeguard me. I need protecting. You don't think they're going to want to kill my ass? And I did all the research already and ready to go to court on behalf of my black people. Class action lawsuits. Of course they will want to. They don't want to give us reparations. Y'all know that. Y'all better protect me. I'm going for reparations for y'all. Y'all kids and my kids. I don't need it. I already get my reparations, you know? Yeah, because I see through the bullshit. Now let's see if y'all gonna stand with me. And see how many of these foreigners, the Africans, the Chinese, the Latinos, the Asians, the Arabs, how many of them want to stand against us and stand with the white supremacists who they work with against us to get every benefit that our hard black labor made possible through the civil rights battles? It's time. Reparations now. Reparations rally. Fuck that shit. Look at the documentary and you're going to get pissed the fuck off like I am too. They are actually making big business off of this. And then come here, spend money, pay money to get here, and then claim broke. And we're forced to pay for everything for them while we're told we need to pay for everything for ourselves. Miss me with the bullshit. It's time for the class action lawsuit, my black people. Look around and see how many motherfuckers try to tear the flies down and don't want us to get reparations and step to their ass. But when we go to the rally, we ain't stepping to nobody. It's peaceful only or we will get nothing.